One of the biggest reasons for not making gains in flexibility training is a lack of intensity. So in this short video, I want to show you a couple of ways that you can bring some intensity into your flexibility training. Now the points I make here are to support some of the information I've given in the free ebook. If you don't have that, please click below. So very simply, if we were to come into a hamstring stretch, first way to increase the intensity, very obviously, is to come as far forward until we feel that load and coming to where we can tolerate, not necessarily just where we feel a load, but maybe some way past that. Now, with any stretch, the best way to realize how to apply intensity and even how to do the stretch properly, I do talk a lot about, I feel stretching is a skill and something that we need to be able to coach and learn. We need to understand the anatomy of the muscle, or at least know where point A and B on a muscle is. That's the origin of the muscle and the insertion of the muscle. So with the hamstring, we should be aware that we're at the back of the pelvis here. Okay, so what we need to do in order to increase that stretch here is not just come forward, because often when we come forward, the hip's going to stop moving and we're going to stretch through our back, which is fine. You know, we can talk about fascial relationships, whatever, but we really want to increase the intensity. Tilt the pelvis here and you're going to feel a fairly strong stretch here. Now you don't necessarily even have to have the legs straight here. If you're going to come forward, lean down and give a really nice anterior tilt into the pelvis here, you're going to start to feel more load. Now we're going to talk a little bit more in subsequent videos around 3-plane loading, but for now, just understanding that if we want to move one of the points of the origin or insertion of the muscle away, that's how we're going to get more tensile load. If we're going to apply that to something like a hip flexor stretch, let's say rec fem for example, then we're going to obviously look to posterior tilt the muscle. Knowing that this is just one of the attachment points of the muscle, if we really want to bring more load in, then we're going to look to move the other point away as well. And that might be more clear when we look at the other way of applying some intensity, being an isometric stretch. So what we could do here in a stretch like this, first thing we want to do is have a really strong posterior tilt. If I have a strong posterior tilt and I'm almost pushing past where I think I can go with it, and in this position I'm also going to push my foot down hard into the ball, you're going to feel a very strong contraction the whole way through the muscle there, knowing that we have these two attachment points of our rec fem, for example. So very simply, 2 ways of increasing intensity is look at where the muscles attach and try and pull one of those attachment points away, or both, depending on whether you're targeting upper or lower fibers, and we can get into another time, or an isometric stretch. 2 very easy ways to increase intensity. If you don't have a copy of my free ebook looking at the most common mistakes trainers make around flexibility training, please click below. I will see you in the next one.